Hello everyone. Today we study in chapter 3. In this chapter we learn about the loop. We will create loop and debug program with breakpoint and set a breakpoint location, breakpoint value for break the program. After your study, you will understand how to develop a program and using loop while, until, loop for, and display the number on the button. And then I will introduce to use the listbox to correct the results from the loop running. And you will understand the sleep and refresh function from the program. Here, this is topic for study today. First, I show about the constant variable, and then show about the loop while, loop for, and do while, and how to debug with breakpoint setting, arithmetic operator, listbox component, delay statement, and show about three application: counting up, counting down, show display counter. When you write the program, when you declare about a variable, sometimes you need to declare a variable for like as a constant value. What is constant? Constant is a value that user cannot changing a value in this variable, because it needs to set the constant variable and lock to changing without changing the value inside the program. So when you declare const, C-O-N-S-T, does this mean this value will be constant? This example, I declare constant double pi for correct pi value, constant electron value, constant web names, like this. So if you open the Visual Studio, and I show how to set the constant value and changing value some error. Okay, set file and new project. Now this is chapter 3. Okay, and I paste a button. For the button, I use the default value and double click at the button. Here I declare a value like as a normal variable. Example, dim a as double. I assign a with a pi value and display value on the bottom. The button 1.text assign a value. Like this. Okay, this is, you can run this program without error. I click start. This is a result. Now I will change this. This is a for the generic variable. Do not constant. I change this to constant. Constant a as double. But when you create a constant value, by the default, when you write text the constant, you need to assign a value here. And now I change some value like this. After I write in this line, it will occur some error by showing constant cannot be the target of assignment. That means user cannot changing the value. If I try to run this program shows the error like this. So like as I lock this variable by user or for any function in your program cannot change this. Okay, the next topic we learn about the create loop, T loop. In the Visual Basics have a T loop, while loop, until, and for loop. The loop condition can live in two types. That is a pre-test loop and post-test loop. What is a pre-test loop? Pre-test loop like this. This is a pre-test loop and post-test loop comparison. Look at this picture on the left-hand side. And here, when program moves to this, it check the condition before running the statement. If condition is true or false, if the condition is passed, it will run on the statement. Until it's not passed, it's removed out from the statement. This is called pre-test loop. That means testing loop before running the statement. And post-test loop means run a statement before check the condition, like this. Okay. Now we will write the loop like while loop and until loop. On the left-hand side, this is I declare variable a and assign 0. Then I use the while loop and check the condition a less than 10. If a less than 10 is 2, is moved to run in this inside the loop statement inside the loop that have two statements, debug.write and a assign with a at 1. What is a debug.write line? It will display the output on the command line location that's on the program is shown on the output zone. I will show you after I debug this program. And here then is end of this while loop is code for the while loop. So this is scope for this while loop start here and end is here. On the right hand side, this is the example 2. And in this, I use do until loop. Do until loop check a greater than or equal to 100. And focus on this. This is less than and this is greater than. That means like as this while condition check the loop. If loop is true, is run in the statement inside the while loop. But in this, if loop is not true, is false, it will run inside do until loop. Most the programmer have the experience to use while loop for is matched in the C language, but do until loop I don't see it in the C language maybe. So most programmers use the while loop. The next line I show you difference. This is a pre-test loop, and here this is a post-test loop. For the post-test loop on the left-hand side, this is a declare reverse loop and end with a do while. That means this program run this code in this statement before checking the condition in while loop. And the right-hand side is check run in this statement and then we'll check the condition in the do until loop like as the precondition. So in the while loop is do like as this and do until loop is do like this. Because this while loop check this is the condition is true which move to run in the statement, but is do until loop if condition is false, it runs in statement until it's true, it will stop. Now I show you to use the while loop and until loop in this program. In this program, we put two buttons. The first button is named btn while loop, and the button is named btn until loop. Okay, move to the program, and from this I place a new button to this at the below. Okay, here in this button, I change is component name btn while loop, and I set text on the button while loop. Here in this, I set the text on the button is until, and change the name is btn until loop here. Okay. Now this is code for the btn while loop and code for btn until loop. In this while loop and until loop use the same variable by declare the variable I outside the function that is called the global variable. So I double click this program to skip to, or maybe you can click here event and click the click. Now you have the bnt while loop underscore click function. So I write declare variable I as integer. Like this. So I write this code on my program. And here I assign with 0 and y I less than 10. Oh, sorry. Debug dot write. Okay, and for the until loop, I double click here, like as click at the event. I will have this btn until loop underscore click, and then I declare variable I and do until I less than 10. Okay, now I click start to run the program. Here the program show error because this error from the previous example. Okay, I remove here and click start. Now it is output from my program, and then I click this. It's not respond anything because this output show here. You click at this output, it show this value. If you don't have output value on your program, you can click active by click at the project and at the debug and Windows and click at the output here. It will active the output. You choose pin on the output to lock the output display. Here I click while loop again. I click at the until loop. It's not happen anything in until loop because if you remember it, until loop is different from the while loop. The until loop is run inside this condition, inside this statement in until loop. When the condition is false, when the condition is false. So after the condition is true, it will remove out from the until loop. So in this program, I start at 0. And in this is true, I less than 10. So I change this program. For the until loop for from the letter I tell you this is while loop, that it should be until loop. So I say change is I to greater than 10. So check this program and click Y. Is display 1 to 10 and until it is display 1 to 11. 1 to 11. When you write this program, you should remember you should check the boundary from this value. Here in this is mean I greater than 10. That means 10.xxx is greater than. So like this is I less than 10. That is mean 9.xxx is less than 10. Like this. So when you write this program, you should check this boundary when you write the loop in your program. Here in this slide, I show sometimes when you write the program, you need to make a range loop for delay display that show on the screen. Sometimes you need to delay about 1 second. Maybe some people think you will make a loop with 1 million loop. So this is maybe have what is this? Maybe have when you're running is 1 million loop about 1 second. That is not fixed on your system, because if some system run on very slow speed CPU and some system run on the high speed CPU, so number of loop running depend on the clock speed that's setting on the CPU. So in this program on Visual Basic, you can use the system call system.threading.thread.sleep like this and set 1000. 1000, that means 1000 milliseconds for delay time. Okay. Here in this program, I modify by add text system.threading.thread.sleep to make the delay time about 1 second. Okay, I modify this program system.threading.thread.sleep and 1000. Here I copy and I start the program again. Look at the output. You can look at this output or immediate window like this. Click immediate window and click the program. I click while loop. So the program show on this. And again, I click at the while loop. It show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until 10. This is slowly because it's make a delay by system.threading.thread.sleep. Now here some student think I can display the output delay show on the label on the program. Example like this, if you show the label on the program, I need to display the value on the button. Example, this button Y, btn y loop.text text is I here, and in this I btn dot until loop dot text I. So I kickstart the run the program, and I click the program here. The output is show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by changing every 1 second. But the output not respond on the button. It's respond until finish. That means during running in this loop, the program not refresh the output that show on the button. So you should use the two commands. Example, object.refresh or me.refresh. Me is represent is current object, current components. The object.refresh, this object that means you refer to other objects. So I change this program by, after I set the new value, I set this in this btn while loop dot refresh. Okay, and here btn until loop dot refresh. Yeah, this program automatic insert this because this is a function inside the object button. So I start program again and click here. Oh, sorry. In this program, some error because I call until loop. It should be while loop. Great. I run it again. Click this 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a refresh every 1 second. So if you do change the loop for 1000 to be the example, I change it to 200. It runs very quickly. And click the program again. It shows output like this. In the Visual Basic, have arithmetic assignments operator like as a C language, but it have a addition with this assignment. That means you can write in short statement like this. Is similar to A assign with A at rand. You can write in the short command like this: A addition, symbol and sign, symbol 10. That means like this. Now we will write the program for create loop countdown from 10 to 1, 10 to 1 by modify this program from 10 to 1. So when 10 to 1, that means in the while loop move to the while loop. The while loop or until loop have a 3 parts. You should remember it is very important. The first part we call start. The second part start here to set the value, and the second part is a condition, and the third part is chain. If you lost the chain, your program may be run in infinite loop. If you set the condition is wrong condition, your program cannot run correctly. And if you set up starting value, the program cannot run in the start exactly the start location. So now I will modify this program. The assignment question, the assignment is tell me about the loops. Write program to make a loop condition countdown from 10 to 1. What is can write this program? I can write it like this. I modify here set changing this from 0 to 1 to 10 and check the condition from 10 to 1 10 to 1 10 to 1 นั้น10 to 1 that mean run 10 9 8 until to 1 so it is I greater than 1 I greater than 1 that mean is 2 to this and this is minus 1 and I should change this changing value location to here because I need to display before the changing the value. Now maybe I start this program to check the output again. Click here 10 9 7 3 2 oh not 1 why because it's I greater than 1 that means 1 dot x so I should change to techniques by set this is stop this program set this from 1 to 0 like this is the first techniques or the second you can use in this I greater or equal 1 depend on your right okay and I click here okay run until 10 to 1 now I will use a loop that is I think every programmer love to use this because this is a difference from the while loop and until loop in this loop is called for loop the for loop is like as a fixed loop by the for loop have a single location for setting condition and changing in one line like this example id care for id care variable a and as in the integer and I set is counting from 0 to 9 it is easy because you can write here in the one line but when you use in the while loop like this you will check start location starting point changing and condition that have three part but in the for loop have is only one part you check the program so I add the new button for writing a for loop here I copy and paste here so I change its name the component names its text is for and the component name btn4 like this okay so I use the variable I use for I this is for I type assignment 0 to 9 and display the output on debug dot write line or maybe you can I can use this to modify this program system.threading.sleep and in this I use in btn4 and write the output here oh I forgot in this slide btn4.text okay I click start the program after I click start it show 1 2 3 4 until to 10 like this is example for use is for loop. You can use in countdown with for loop by use the keyword step -1. Step -1 is will create the countdown program. Now in this program show the counting from 1 to 30 seconds to 1 to 30 seconds. You can modify this program like this, and in this program show a different techniques by before the run inside the loop. It says btn start is this button dot enable to false, and when it's run the loop complete, it set the enable is true. This example set this for make sure the user cannot double click or click anytime during running the program, like as the button will see like as the disable button during running in the loop. So I will change the program like this by this the same concept. I modify this btn4 dot enable as false, and here I btn4 dot enable is true, like this. Okay, I test this program. I click for loop. This loop is just display the value, but the button is not active in show in disable, and until it's finished, it enable the function on the button. Okay. Now we will use the listbox component. The listbox have a main 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 function in the object listbox. You can add, clear, insert, count, remove, add the index, contains the item, get value as is contained in the listbox. So in this program, I press a listbox and develop countdown from 10 to 1 and push all data to the listbox here. So I modify the program like this. I change the size of the program and show the listbox on the right hand side. At the listbox, I use the default names listbox1. I click here for the button. Now I will send the output to the listbox. I set this and listbox1 dot item dot add. This is add the object. I add the value I or object. Maybe I add like this. I assign I percent I like this. Okay, I click start to test the program. In this, click here. It's not displayed on listbox because it's the problem like as the same this, because the listbox don't have the refresh and until it's complete, the loop will display the output. So I change it by add the list listbox 1 dot refresh like this. Okay, and click start again. 1 2 0 1 2 3 until to 9. So I think you can modify the program to count down from 10 to 1 with this for loop or while loop like this, and use the concept here step -1 to change from 10 to 1. Okay, for now from this line I think it's complete learning. After your study, I think you understand the for loop, while loop, until loop, and display the number on the button. And also you know about the refresh and sleep function from the system call and using a new component list box. Okay, for today, thank you, and see you in the next slide. Bye bye.